the meeting over? Sorry everyone, I need to get to work.
夜のアルバイト?
Yep, Arbeito.
そういうのやってるの?
I got the night shift. It's a normal job. Don't get any weird ideas. I'm not taking my clothes off, okay? But I am sorry to invite you all here and run out on you.
いえ、僕もそろそろ帰らないといけない時間でしたので。
家が遠い人は帰るのに時間もかかりますし、ちょうどよろしいのではないかと。
Honoka and Orihime exchanged a look.
それではお開きにしましょうか。今日はたくさんの収穫があったわ。むつら星が集い、7つ目の星まで加わって、私たちの偉大な計画がついに動き出した。
Yep, we're making good progress, I'd say. She was right. We decided on how to focus our efforts from here, and the project was starting to take on a more definite shape. Everyone was incredibly enthusiastic. It was encouraging progress.
素晴らしいものも見せていただきましたわ。
What, the notebook? Orihime said as she looked towards Hikari.
そんなのあったっけ？あ、さやのことか。毒も級の美少女だもんね。違うと思う。あなた方3人が書いた惑星観測ノートですわ。実績あるメンバーが加わったことで未来への展望も開けました。
Achievements, especially when we were that young, right?
だね。悔しいけど認めるよ。あんたたちのこと。
感服しました。
Even a coup there like Naroe, right? Even she's like, yeah, that's pretty impressive.
大木星さんってすごい子だったのね。
If seeing that notebook had helped motivate the other members, we were happy
でも
too.
さ、主教磨き結構かかりそうじゃん。このペースだといつまで経っても完成しないんじゃないの？
It was definitely going to take a lot of time. After all, trying to wear down glass just by sanding it was a pretty overwhelming prospect. Not to mention that this was a big hunk of glass, maybe 40 centimeters in diameter. Whoa, that's pretty big, yep. Sanding it down for hours at a time every day would not be easy on me.
主教磨きは我々近隣のメンバーができる限り協力して取り組みましょう。
Yeah, we should just like, you know, have like shifts.
私も手伝うよ、アキトくん。
Aw, Saya.
コロナだってやるよ、アキに。
Can you really, Corona, without fucking it up?
じゃあ私も。あんた近くないでしょうが。帰れなくなったら止めてね。
No way! You just want an excuse to look through my stuff again.
じゃあサヤンチ泊まるもん。いいよ。お母さん、光に会いたがってた。
Aww.
本当？じゃあ今度遊びに行くね。
That's a date.
仲がいいのね。羨ましいですわ。じゃあ帰りましょうか。
Everything seems to be going really well. Maybe too
それで
well.
はまた。
お疲れさん。お疲れ様でした。皆様、ごきげんよう。
Good night, everyone. The others left to catch their buses and trains home. Hikari, aren't you going with Noriko?
先生に挨拶して帰ろうかなって。ようこったろー。
Arf! Hikari ran off toward Kotaru. That Shiba's not a teacher. Jeez, you just do whatever you want. Are you okay, Saya? Now that it was just the three of us, Saya let out a heavy sigh. She could be so shy. It must have been hard for her being around so many new people. Thanks for coming today.
自分で決めたことだから。
Aw, even if it was difficult for you? Saya said as she shook her head. She already knew that Hikari was going to have to move again. We'd all met up again and talked about it after that night. We did? Uh-oh.
そんな、せっかくまた会えたのに。
I know, right? We're getting along well with each other again, right? We're rolling off of the nostalgia of our previous friendship, and we're keeping that going, and now she's gonna leave again?
ごめん、さや。
And it's overseas this time too.
東南アジアの国なんだけどね。鉄道関係の技術協力のためだって言ってた。
Technical support? After his old place was shut down, Hikari's dad had found work at another railway company. He loved trains so much, but his new job was mostly desk work, so there weren't a lot of opportunities for him to spend time out in the field. That's when he got transferred to an overseas branch. Anyone else might feel like they drew on the short straw.
ま
However,
た鉄道に触れられるのが嬉しいみたい。
I can see that.
向こうには昔日本で走ってた車両が払い下げられて現役で走ってるらしくってさそれも嬉しいらしいよ。
Hikari was getting excited too. Hikari had always shared her dad's love for trains. After reading Night on the Galactic's Railroad, she became interested in stars too.
どのくらいの間向こうへ行くの？最短で1年くらい。延長もあるかもって言ってた。
At first, her dad was going to move over there alone, but Hikari had offered to go with him. Oh, neither of her parents had objected. Living abroad would be a good experience for her, they said. When are you leaving? Oh. That makes it a bit less, I don't know, it actually makes me a bit upset. Like, I guess I can understand, right? This is, as they say, like, you know, if you have an opportunity like that, I guess, to live overseas for a while, why not take it? It's a good experience. It's just sad that it comes at the cost of, like, you know, us spending more time together. Because I thought she was forced to sort of come along with her parents, right? Or at least her dad to go overseas because of work. But she actually made the choice to go with him. She had the option to just stay here.
冬休みになったら年内かどうかはまだわからないけど。
So that's so soon.
あと1ヶ月もないじゃない。
Oh my god, no! Hikari looked troubled when she saw how down Saya was.
むつら星の会のこと知ってまた2人に会いたくて参加してみたんだけどあんなことがあったし昔みたいに接してくれるとは思ってなかったんだ。ちょっと失敗だったかな。
To be honest, I was actually thinking that, but I don't think it would have been right. Like, if Hikari knew that she was only going to be here for a short while, right? Like, I was thinking, like, because it hurts so much now, right? It's just like, yeah, we're back together, and then she's being ripped apart from us again. That sucks. So part of me was just thinking, like, why? Maybe she shouldn't have just showed herself at all, right? Just be like, just keep her distance again. But part of what we did was also just make up, right? Like the last time she left, it wasn't really on good terms and everything. So we made up as well. So that's definitely worth it, even if she ends up leaving again. At least if she leaves now, right? She'll be leaving on better terms with us. Our friendship is still good. It's not questionable, right? Back then we were like, it was actually affecting us to the point where we wouldn't want to look at the stars anymore. But now, if she were to leave, I guess, then things would be okay. And then after, whenever she comes back, we can just sort of pick things up again where we left off.
そんなことない。
So yeah, I definitely don't agree. I thought about it, but I don't agree.
だって光がそうしてくれなかったらもう会えなくなってたかもしれないんだもん。
This is one of those situations, right? Where even if she... It reminds me a lot of the, like, it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. It's better to have Hikari back here again, spend a little short good time with her than to have never seen her again.
さや。
Even if it hurts that she's leaving again.
私も天文部入る。それでむつら星の会にも参加する。また一緒に見よう。星を。
Hikari's eyes filled with tears of joy.
やっぱりあんたは私の一番の親友だよ。
Aww. We had to finish the Dobsonian by the end of the year. Our telescope's first light would probably be the last chance we had to look up at the stars with Hikari. And that's if we manage to get it finished. Otherwise, Hikari will have left the country by the time it's completed.
試験磨き、私も手伝うからね。
I know, Saya. Are you sure? It's pretty tough.
分かってる。でも頑張るからやり方教えて。
Saya just doesn't seem like a girl who's good or even used to like you know, hard physical labor? Okay, sure thing. While we carried on our conversation, the store's automatic door opened up. A young-ish woman came out from the back of the shop.
店の前でくっちゃべられると迷惑なんですけど。
Your store?
ごめんなさい。っていうか、くっちゃべるなら店の中でしなさいよ。その方があんたも時給もらえてラッキーでしょうに。
True. With a face that said enough is enough, Miss Miharu yanked off her apron.
はい。
She's probably like, God damn it, dude, just get in, take over my shift. Sure. Staying at work for so long must have really gotten to her. Miss Miharu would usually take my shifts if I wasn't able to make it to work. She was the whole reason I could make it to the Six Stars Club meetings. I was really grateful, but I was also worried about the toll it might be taking on her.
あ、先生、こんばんは。
But we're doing good, right? We're making her less of a need, at least. She's working, even if it's at her mom's shop.
なんだ、ほうき星くん。あいよ、こんばんは。
What a greeting.
っていうか。
Suddenly nervous, Hikari stood at attention while Miss Miharu prowled around her, examining her closely.
ねえ、本当にあのほうき星？
What do you mean? You saw her before,
本当ですよ、光です。
right? Didn't you believe it back then?
うん。
Okay, yeah, that part's different. Hikari flinched when Miss Miharu squeezed her chest.
詰め物じゃない。
It's all real.
なんでそこで腑に落ちないって顔するんですか。私のおっぱいが成長してちゃ変ですか。
A little bit.
いやだって昔のあった男子かもって疑わしい時あったし。
Oh, damn. Wow, Miss Miharu, don't be so savage.
失言だ。問題発言。
I know, right?
っ
Damn.
ていうか先生こそ本当に早乙女先生なんです。
I feel it's more valid Hikari actually giving that question to Miss Saotome than the other way around.
どこからどう見てもあんたたちの大好きな早乙女先生でしょうに。
How about everything? In the past few years, she changed in just about every way possible. Hey, Miss Miharu, we just got back from a Six Stars Club meeting. Things are starting to shape up, so everyone's really excited. We just need to find enough materials to make the lens barrel and mount.
そう。試供の研磨はどうなの？
We got it, we got it. Looks like that's gonna work out, thanks to you. Sanding and polishing a mirror wasn't something you could just pick up right away, but Miss Miharu had set me up with someone who had some experience with it. The Six Stars Club blog is up now. Oh! We have a blog for the entire club. Oh, I thought it was like a personal club earlier when... Was it Noriko or Naroe? Either one of those two was talking about it and like taking pictures. But okay, that's cool, right? We have our own website/blog. So, take a look if you have time.
なんで私が？
You're an advisor now, right?
そう。
Yep, we even put it on our website. You're officially our advisor. Miss Miharu clenched her fist in frustration. Isn't that good? She kind of has work in that sense, even if it's voluntary work. A little while ago, we'd given our former teacher the title of advisor to the new Six Stars Club. It was the day after we'd received donations for our Dobsonian project from former members. We hadn't managed to raise as much money as we'd been hoping. Our frustration was nothing compared to Miss Miharu's, though. After I forked out all of my hard-earned cash, all 1,500 yen, she had been on the verge of storming off to complain to her old classmates. Or was it? It was 15,000 though, I think. But I think that's like 15 bucks, right? I'm not sure. One response that stood out though. If you're going to call yourself the Six Stars Club, you should have a proper sponsor or something. That's what I'm saying. That's why I tried to hook up with Elon Musk, but he didn't return any of my calls. He could be some kind of troublemaker or something. So we roped Miss Miharu into becoming our advisor. She lives close by and has a lot of free time, so she was a natural choice. Yep, a lot of free time, right? Right, Miss Miharu? You just have to come by and show your face every so
気が
often.
向いたらね。
Miss Miharu grunted, the memory of her bad experience with kids written on her face.
働いたら具合悪くなってきちゃった。こたつでみかん食べながらテレビ見ないと死んじゃうわ。
Are you that much of a neat? Miss Miharu flexed her aching shoulders and disappeared back into the store. I was about to follow when Hikari tugged on my sleeve.
あれ本当の本当に早乙女先生？
Yeah, it is. I mean, how else can we explain this? This is her bad twin or something, you know? A twin, or like there was a ripple in this timeline which caused a Miss Saotome from a terrible timeline where she actually fucked up in her life to be somehow like changed places with the good Saotome that we know, right? The perfect teacher. No, this is really her. Sorry to break it to you, but yes, no doubt about it.
妖怪に取りつかれてるんじゃないの？肩が重そうだったし。一度お祓いに行った方が。
No, it's just that it was just sort of the Miss Saotome that we knew and looked up to, right? It was just more sort of her professional side. It wasn't necessarily her personal side, whereas this is more her personal side. And the reason why she was so stressed that she you know started balding was because she mostly had to suppress her normal side, and she just couldn't take putting up that act of the professional one that much, I guess. Hikari still couldn't bear to accept the reality of the situation, but yeah, I can definitely see how that just, you know, is just such a big shift, change, and hell, even a disappointment to Hikari.
優しい先生に会いたかったら先生が働いてない時に来るといいよ。あと先生にまだまだ若いですよって言っちゃダメだからね。うん、わかった。それじゃあ私帰るね。私も。
Be careful on the way home, okay?
うん、ありがとう、秋人くん。またね。じゃあね、バイバイ。
Bye bye. Hikari headed toward the train station while Saya walked in the direction of her house. Okay, guess I'd better get to work. I felt bad for canceling my shifts, but I would make up for that by working extra hard. Extra hard. See you later. Alright, we're done. Back to our quote-unquote home. After finishing my shift, I headed back to school like always. As I walked through the darkened corridors, I checked on the Six Stars Club chat log.
早速ブログ更新しました。ジーナさん、写真ありがとうございました。わあ、いいじゃんいいじゃん。やっぱりモデルが美人だと映えるね。お疲れ様です、加納さん。写真綺麗に撮れていますね。ジーナさん。
It's like Twitter, @Noriko, @Naroe.
もう更新したの？後で見るね。今日はありがとうございました。天の川さやです。よろしくお願いします。
Saya has joined too.
よろしくね。美少女ちゃん。よろしくお願いします。
Welcome. I should take a look at it too. They were kind of a weird bunch, but they all had something special to bring to the table. I never thought they'd mesh together so well. I had to do my best too. Huh? The door's open. I could have sworn it had locked it behind me. But maybe I'd forgotten, in the rush of everyone leaving? I had a bad feeling as I opened the door. Who's inside here? Take? Scritch, 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 scritch. Or is it Hikari? It sounds like whoever it is sanding the mirror though, the glass. A weird scratching sound rang out from somewhere inside the pitch black room. What's that sound? It's not a fapping noise. A school at night is a pretty standard horror setting. It had been nearly 6 months since I started living here. I couldn't say I hadn't noticed how creepy it could get. Is someone there? There was no reply. All I heard was more sanding. Oh, Orihime! What is Orihime doing here? She just wanted to help that much with the sanding process? Despite the cold weather, I broke out in a sweat as I slowly reached my hand toward the light shift, or switch. Orihime. Hey, wow. Honestly, I know how like she's enthusiastic about it and she's helping out a lot and she's doing a lot of shit, right? But I never imagined her to actually just come here secretly into my house to just work even more, work even harder, right? To help with the sanding process. Orihime? My cry of alarm finally got Orihime's attention.
あら、空見くん。
Hey, of course it's me. What are you doing here?
と、
She dazedly looked down at the mirror in her hands, as if she wasn't too sure what she'd been doing either. What, you were like possessed? She was just like a zombie, she's like, I don't know what I'm doing, but this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
ああ、主教磨きをやってましたの。
For how long?
ずっと。
Since we all left? Now that I thought of it, Orihime hadn't left the room with the others. Wow. So she actually stayed behind here the entire time sanding it. Talk about dedication. That meant she'd been here sanding the mirrors since then? And you got so into it, you didn't even put the lights on? She hadn't noticed when I'd come into the room either, damn.
私、夢中になると周りが見えなくなることがあって。
Wow. She giggled like it was nothing. Don't just shrug it off like that. You must be tired. Are your hands okay? I took Orihime's hands in mine. They're all red. Don't they hurt?
そういえば、なんだかジンジンするわ。
Girl, come on, you gotta take breaks. You gotta be smart about this. Her once smooth hands had gotten rough. The skin peeling in places. Oh no, her beautiful, perfect hands. I dragged Orihime to the faucet in the corridor. You crazy girl? You gotta take better care of your
早
hands.
く私たちの望遠鏡を完成させたいんだもの。
I get that, but you can't push yourself too hard. I turned on the tap and washed Orihime's hands. Silly girl. Though if I'd have just thought about it, she probably could have done that by herself. Here's a
あ
towel.
りがとう。
The buses have stopped running, but I can give you a ride on my bike. Where do you live? How far away do you live?
それより、私、お話がしたいわ。
Talk? Sure?
あなたとは一度ゆっくりと話してみたかったのよ。
Oh, does that mean something good or bad? I don't know. She led the way back into the room. Sighing to myself, I followed. Alright, she wants to have a proper one-on-one conversation. Once inside, I started preparations for dinner. Just like every night, I heated up a can on my camping stove and boiled water for noodles in my electric kettle. I'll take you home after I finish this. We can talk and eat. No sense wasting time, exactly. Efficiency.
それが夕飯ですの？
I don't have anything else. Yeah, I kind of wanted to add, got a problem with that? Before settling for slurping down my noodles instead. This was just how I liked my meal times. I wasn't lonely at all. Gurgle, gurgle.
私としたことが。
Oh, you're hungry too, Orihime? Are you hungry? You can have some noodles too. Want some ramen? That was a silly question. She'd been sitting there sanding glass since the afternoon. Of course she was hungry. Would you like
いい
some?
ですの？
Of course. Orihime picked up a cup of noodles and walked over to the kettle.
これがカップ麺。
You've never had instant noodles? Don't tell me you never had them before.
初めてですわ。
I've never actually thought about this, but she kinda gives off the rich girl vibe, right? That she's probably never had cup ramen, she's never had sort of the pleb things, right? That me as a homeless dude living in the fucking astronomy club at school has had to go through every single day. She poured in the hot water and stared at the paper cup. Fascinated, she's like, wow, is this how it works? This is mind-blowing to her. She really was the rich girl type, exactly. Okay, it's 3 minutes.
もうできましたの？
Quickly, you gotta eat them immediately. You're the tastiest 3 minutes and 1 second into it. Orihime timidly peeled off the lid. Are you okay?
ちょっと暑かっただけですわ。
Here, I'll get it for you. I opened the lid for her. Here you
あ
go.
りがとう。
I split her disposable chopsticks just in case she wasn't used to them either. Is she okay? Hear that, Hikari? In my mind, I was shouting up to the heavens. High-class ladies don't slurp their noodles, they sip them. The girl's manners were a world away from the way my old friend had devoured her food like a ravenous animal. Normally, I'd be on her side, or his side, if this was like normal food, but I mentioned it before, right? And I told you, I have scientifically tested this myself. If you're eating noodles, slurp. Just fucking slurp away, dude. Just slurp. Fucking slurp that shit up, because it makes it twice as delicious. You're missing out, Orihime. If you think it's delicious and great now, wait until you slurp it. Orihime was looking at the brand written on the cup.
お母様にも教えて差し上げる。
Your mom will be like, what the fuck? Where did you eat this? Oh my god, where did my daughter develop such terrible, terrible tastes? She seemed to like them, but I doubt her classy parents would be happy about me introducing her to this kind of stuff. Yeah, this would her parents would probably consider this on a similar level as just like heroin or something. So, you said you wanted to talk?
お話というほどでもないわ。あなたがどんな方なのか、もっとよく知りたいと思っただけよ。
Oh, just a personal conversation? Okay. It really sounded like, you know, it was a serious matter to discuss. Oh, okay. Where should I start? Hearing that from such a beautiful girl made me a little nervous, but she seemed genuinely interested. What harm could there be in just talking? Well, as you can see, I'm just a regular guy.
天文部の部室に住み着いていて、星に詳しく影から私たちを導こうとしてくれる。
Yeah.
星を見ない天文部。
I can see how she can have questions about that. More than that, you know a lot about the stars that live in the astronomy club room.
さっぱりわかりませんわ。
I don't blame you. When she put it like that, even I found it a little confusing. Yeah, but it's all deeply rooted in our past, right? I don't know how to explain it. I'm not really sure how I ended up like this myself. What was I doing with my life? I question that every day. Actually, I'd started to get a stronger sense of purpose lately. A more definite idea of where I wanted to go. And that was all thanks to the Six Stars Club. And reuniting with Hikari.
ひかりさんやさやさんとは幼馴染なんですのね。
Yeah, we're all from Mikazuki
三
Village.
日月村。
That town's not around anymore. It's where the Hoshino Dam is now. We used to watch the stars together all the
あの
time.
ノートね。
Mm-hmm.
あれは素敵な観測記録だったわ。見ているこっちまでワクワクしてくるような。きっと楽しかったでしょうね。夜ごとに仲間たちと同じ星空を見上げて語らい、それをノートに書き留める。
Yep, it was a precious time. Orihime spoke as if in a dream. I couldn't help but smile. You really do love the stars, don't you? What was it that helped spark your interest in them?
お母様の影響よ。子供の頃、よく星座神話を語って聞かせてくれたの。
So that's how you got into stars. People get into astronomy for all kinds of reasons. Sometimes it's because of the beauty of the stars themselves or the stories surrounding them. Others are drawn in by the technology such as the telescopes and cameras or the idea of exploring space. The Six Stars Club had examples of both types of people. There was Naroi from Nishihai, who was crazy about gadgets, while Moromisawa's Keisuke admired the stars and knew all about mythology.
神話だけじゃなく、星の世界そのものにのめり込むようになったのは、天文部に入部してからだったわ。先輩たちに連れられて行った天体観測会で、初めて望遠鏡で星を見たの。最初、何が楽しいのか分からずにいた私に、先輩は教えてくれたわ。 そこに見えている光が一体何であるのか
Teach you?
を。夜空に瞬く星たちはただの小さな光じゃない。一つ一つが太陽のような星だったり銀河だったり、地球の外側には広大な宇宙が広がっている。それが想像できるようになって、たった一晩で世界が一変したような気がしたの。
A life-changing experience. I understand what you mean. The way you view the night sky changes completely.
今の私がいるのは先輩たちのおかげなのよ。
Awesome. Orihime had a nostalgic look on her face. Is that why you decided to revive the Six Stars Club too? I guess being inspired by a fellow student like that had made her want to do something for future generations too.
そうかもしれないわね。
She laughed away my question. This girl could be a little flaky, and sometimes it was obvious how little she knew about the world, but her heart was in the right place, definitely. She's got a big heart and big boobs. I really like the way you look when you're watching the stars. The joy you're feeling just shines through. When we were kids, Hikari would always look straight at the stars, as if she were traveling toward them. On the other hand, Orihime looked as though she wanted to gather up all the stars into her gaze. They were similar, but subtly different. I guess I'd surprised her with my comment. It had just slipped out. I hope she hadn't taken it in the wrong way. The two of us were alone in that room. I didn't want it to seem like I was making a move on her or anything. Well, what I mean is...
ありがとうですわ。
Orihime smiled happily. There was no hidden meaning lurking behind it. She was just genuinely happy.
そうだわ。
What was that? Did she clap her hands? It seemed like she'd suddenly had an idea. A phone? She took out her cell phone and aimed the camera at the cup noodle. She took a picture of it? Oh god, right, for Instagram, right? Like, look, hey girls, look, my first cup ramen, peace. Some people take photos of everything. I guess rich girls are no different. Maybe this was Orihime's way of commemorating her first time eating instant noodles. She put away her phone, still
カップ
smiling.
麺なうですわ。
Yep, uploading right now. As she spoke, I felt my phone vibrate. Oh, she put it in the group chat? Did you just... Uh-oh.
カップ麺なう初体験なう。
Uh-oh. Wait, isn't that people gonna be like, hey, what are you... Where are you, Orihime? Wait, that's the Astronomy Club. Or, hey, wait, who is that guy in the background? Wait, huh? Is that him? What are you still doing back there with him? What's Akito doing there? Did you really just have to write that? With a photo too? My phone continued to vibrate as replies came in. Oh no, oh
こん
no.
な時間にどこにいらっしゃるのですか、会長。そこ、アキトんとこの部室だ
Oh,
よね。
here we go.
どういうことアキト、説明しなさい。
Nothing's going on. Come on. Damn it. Why did you do that? Oh my god.
おいおい、こいつは穏やかじゃないね。
We're just
今夜は
talking and eating. No scoop, no sleepover, I think.
ねえ、アキトくん、今からそっち行っていい？
Oh, Isaiah feeling left out again. Well, that escalated quickly, but totally not unexpected. I couldn't try to deny it. Part of my face was in that photo, and there were all kinds of other hints in the background that gave away the location.
美味しいですわよ。
Orihime continued to write about her first noodles. My phone wouldn't stop vibrating. It was like I was being assaulted by some unseen but relentless enemy. It's an enemy to us, but considering it's constantly vibrating, it would probably be an ally to a lot of girls. I switched off the notifications on my phone and turned it over so I couldn't see the screen. Why she had to do that? Here you go.
ありがとう。あ、こんなもので寝るのね。
Wait, she's actually sleeping over? It's an actual sleepover? Orihime spread out the sleeping bag, her eyes sparkling with delight, as to why she was getting ready to spend the night. Did she call her parents? You gotta be kidding. My bike has a flat tire? Oh god! This is actually one of the few times where I'm actually like, thank you, bike! Yes!
お父様、今日は出張で迎えに来られないそうですわ。
Oh no, what an unfortunate series of events. Whatever do we do now, Orihime? Oh my gosh. What? Could we maybe call a taxi? I got the feeling that she could afford something like that, definitely.
別に構いませんけど、お母様が泊まってきてもいいとおっしゃっているので。
Oh. Wow. Your mom's pretty laid back, huh? Yeah, I kinda expected... I mean... I don't know, it depends, but I thought rich parents, for the most part, are probably like more protective of their kids, right? Especially if she like knows, like, oh, she's going to be spending a night alone with a guy. I was not expecting that.
星を見るのに外泊するのは普通のことですし、
Ah,
お
true.
母様も慣れてらっしゃるのよ。
Yeah, if you have a hobby like stargazing, right? Your parents are just kind of different. They're more understanding of you being out late at night and that sort of thing. Yeah, true. Well, that made sense. Then again, stargazing wasn't the reason Orihime was away from home tonight. Not directly, at least. But it looked like she was spending the night in my room, whether I wanted her to or not. I guess it's okay. I hadn't looked at my phone since the noodle photo, but I'd probably be bombarded with even more messages if anyone else found out about this. It's pretty late, so feel free to turn in.
あなたはどうしますの？
I'm gonna work on this a little bit more first. I picked up the Ancient One's evil eye, examining the curve of its surface. I want to get it done as soon as I can. As I sat down to begin work, Orihime regarded me quizzically.
早く完成させたい理由が何かあるんですの？
Yeah, there is. This is kind of the thing about Hikari leaving as well, right? Like, we sort of have a time frame in which we want to finish things. We sort of have a goal and just like we have a deadline, right? I guess that's the better word. We sort of have a deadline before we want to finish this, because ideally we want to finish the telescope before Hikari leaves. So this is just added pressure, added motivation and all that, just to work harder to finish it ASAP. Well, yeah, you could say there is.
それは光さんと関係があるのかしら？
What makes you think that? She caught me off guard, so I got a little defensive.
あなたがムツラボシの会の活動に積極的になったのはあの方が来てから。そのまま参加する気はないなんておっしゃっていたのに。
True. She read me like an open book. She saw right through me. Hikari's moving overseas at the end of winter vacation. Yep, sad, isn't it? This Dobsonian's first light could be the last chance I have to go stargazing with her. But only if we can finish it in time.
そうでしたの。
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring personal issues into this. Orihime shook her head.
個人的で結構よ。私たちはまだ出会ったばかり。みんな自分の事情でここにいるわ。
Yeah, sure.
でも、もしいつか本当の仲間になれるなら、仲間の事情はみんなの事情になるはず。
Aw, are you saying that we're becoming friends?
そう。光さんが。
Yep, it's kinda sad. Wait, could part of Orihime be thinking, yes, a competitive girl is leaving, right? Yes, less competition.
私も悲しいわ。光さんと星を見られなくなる。
Unless she doesn't like me, of course, which is possible. I don't even know if she's aroused. Possibility.
それは
I guess she is.
いけないわね。
Because usually characters that get individual CG images, more than one at least, tend to be character routes as well. So, I feel like Orihime... Saya and Hikari for sure, right? That's obvious. Orihime seems possible too. I'm leaning more towards yes than no, and I'm not sure who the fourth one is. But like none of the other girls really have individual character CG images. Besides Corona, actually. Wait, that's interesting. Yeah, Corona had one. It could just be one, but like, because sometimes they do make like individual CG images for side characters. just like 1 or 2. But if there are more, then you know for certain that they're a character route. But yeah, I guess Corona could be the 4th one, which could be very interesting because we know the least about her, right? She's popped up a couple of times here and there. She's the younger person. She kind of looks up to us a lot. She's Takeichi's brother, or she's Takeichi's little sister. That's what I meant to say. So that could be very interesting, but we're getting way ahead of ourselves right now. We're not even in 1 route yet, let alone the 4th one. Even as she spoke, Orihime was struggling to keep her eyes open. She looked like she was just about to fall asleep. Please, go ahead and sleep. Sorry, the lights are still on. You don't fool me, Orihime. No, you should go to bed. Get into the sleeping bag. You could catch a cold otherwise. Orihime mumbled some half-hearted protestations, but climbed into the sleeping bag nonetheless. And out like a light. Huh? That was quick. Damn. Sounds of deep but refined breathing were already coming from the sleeping bag. She's either not used to staying up late, or she's probably just exhausted because she worked so damn hard on sanding down the ancient one's evil eye. I had to think about that for a sec. She's completely let her guard down too. Akito, don't get any weird ideas, dude. Maybe I did have some kind of special power that made girls feel completely safe around me. Either that, or my masculine charm is non-existent. For your sake, Akito, I hope it's the first one. The simple repetitive work of sanding the mirror was enough to keep me awake a little longer. Wait, what? Are we still sanding it down in the morning? Are you serious? Oh no, wait, we actually did fall asleep. Orihime took over. She's the one. I thought that we spent like sanding down the mirror the entire night, but we just did it for probably like an hour or so, then went to sleep. And now we're woken up by the sound of it being sanded down again. I can't keep this up. Oh, never mind. I'm so sick of sand. Oh, we were! God damn it! The way it looked like it sounded, or it looked like his eyes were opening, making it seem like he was awoken by these sounds. But nope, we're just dead tired, right? We've stayed up the entire night. A dream? It even started working on the mirror in my dreams. Oh, okay, I guess it was that. We were dreaming about sanding down the mirror? Oh my god. I could almost hear that scratching sound now. We are hearing it! What the fuck? This noise wasn't from a dream. It is Orihime. Okay, so my first guess was actually... Well, what was my first guess? I don't know. I made so many fucking guesses. One of them was correct. I nearly jumped out of my skin as I grabbed the blanket I'd been using and covered myself. Wait, why? What? Orihime? Why are you in my bed? Wait, what is she? Why is she in my bed? She's in my bed? Last night, did Orihime and I... No, she actually seemed to be completely absorbed in sanding the mirror. But she's sanding down the mirror while laying in my bed? It's not something you'd be doing this morning after an indiscreet night. Yeah, I don't think we did anything, right? Oh, right. We both just slept here last night. Yeah, silly goose. Morning. Guess you went back to work after you got up, huh? No, it's fine. I did have some weird dreams, though. Ever since I started sanding that mirror, I couldn't get away from that damn scratching. It echoed around the inside of my head, even when I slept. More importantly, I hope you haven't been depriving yourself of sleep just to get more work done. Alright, good. Orihime returned to her task with renewed enthusiasm. If you take the quarter-past bus, you should get to Mako Academy on time. After washing and putting together a quick breakfast, I saw Orihime to the bus stop outside the school gates.
昨夜は楽しかったわ。まるでキャンプみたいで。
Sure, it was fun. I hope nobody saw us though, cause rumors would be spreading like wildfire. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, but don't make a habit out of it, okay? You'll make everyone worry.
あら、私が一番年長なのに。
Indeed, you shouldn't be so reckless. You're the leader. She gave a short laugh. At least she was aware of some of her shortcomings. I felt a smile spreading to my own face. When I looked at my phone earlier, I had several unread messages. Oh god, do we even want to read them? Just imagining what they might say filled me with dread. But soon enough, the bus arrived.
ありがとう、空見くん。頑張ってひかりさんが行ってしまう前にロボソニアンを完成させましょうね。
Yes. Yeah. Orihime gave me another one of her winning smiles.
それじゃあまた。
Till next time. See ya. The doors closed behind her, and the bus drove off. That was fun. After watching it go, I started walking. Better head to work. The morning shift. My bike was out of commission, so I had to go on foot. Alright, a flat tire. As happy as I was about it last night, because it kinda caused her to stay over. As sad as I am about it now, because we're paying the price, walking instead of biking. And I'd probably run into Saya buying lunch, and having to explain what happened last night. I plodded along the early morning road, trying out excuses in my head. Trying to figure out what is the correct lie to tell, believable. Back to Ilem. It was the last day of our second semester of 6th grade.
みんな、いいですか？冬休みだからってくれぐれも危ない真似はしないように。危ないことってどんなことですか？
Yeah, come on, we're little kids.
そうですね。例えば冷たい川で泳いだりとか。
Hey, I feel like you're only talking to someone specifically here, huh?
なあ、ほなこと誰もしねえって。
Shut up, Takeichi!
去年の今頃やった人がいたはずだけど。
俺じゃねえもん。
させたのタケくんだったよね。ねえ、ヒカリ。
Yeah, it was totally his fault.
ああ、そうだっけ。どうしたの、ヒカリ。
Yeah, she seemed absent.
あ、別に。タケ、あんま先生に心配かけるんじゃないよ。
Coming from the other fellow troublemaker in the class.
おめえにだけは言われたくねえよ。
Takeichi and Hikari's back and forth always made the whole class laugh.
笑い事じゃないんだけどね。
Then why were you laughing yourself, Miss Miharu? Miss Saotome gave me a dry smile as her fingers massaged a certain spot on the back of her head. She did that a lot back then. I wonder why. Corona-chan!
何コロナ。
Wow, they're like almost the same height.
チョップされない。そんないつまでも子供みたいなことしないよ。
Huh? Is Hikari having like a midlife crisis? No, but she's like, I don't know. She's not her usual self right now.
ねえねえ、今日もアキミーたちと遊ぶの？コロナも混ぜて。そうだね。
Hikari! After Miss Saotome wrapped things up with the class meeting, Hikari had dashed out of the classroom before anyone else. I caught up with her just outside the school gates. Where are you going?
別にお腹空いたから早く帰ろうと思って。
Hikari had been acting weird all morning. She wasn't her usual friendly self. It seemed like she had something on her mind. At this point, she probably knows that she's going to be moving away soon. And she's feeling sad about that. Well, Let's walk back together.
早く帰らなきゃだから。どうしたのひかりちゃん。じゃあね。
Hey, wait a minute. How about tonight? Now we're on vacation, we can stargaze all night. Of course you do. Hikari?
やめとく。さやと言っといでよ。
So you're not coming? But we've been looking forward to winter vacation for ages. We'd hardly talked about anything else except for how much fun it would be to stay out and watch the stars until morning. And Hikari had been the most enthusiastic of all. What's wrong with you today? Did you eat something weird? It sounded like a joke, but at the time, I was serious. I thought maybe she'd gotten poisoned by a strange mushroom or something. Who would just eat a strange random mushroom? Why else would Hikari talk like that? But...
飽きちゃった。
what do you mean bored?
星とか見るのもう飽きちゃったんだ。だからもういいやって。
What? Bullshit. I feel like she's just... because she knows she has to move away soon, right? She's trying to distance herself from us to try and like soften the blow for us, right? She's kind of like trying to make us... well, also for herself probably. She's trying to distance herself from us, both for herself and for us, so that it's less hard to say goodbye when she finally leaves. Because this is bullshit, and you and I both know it.
ノートももう完成してるし、あとはさやと二人でやりなよ。じゃあね。
Hey, wait! Hikari!
ひかりちゃん。コロナ行くよ。
Corona cast a harried glance at me, then Hikari, and went after Hikari. What's up with her? Unable to fathom her behavior, all I could do was watch Hikari fade into the distance, followed by Corona.
ごめんなさい。遅くなって。
Saya-chan.
ひかりは。
Saya looked around for our friend. She said she's bored of us. She said she's done with stargazing. I had no idea what was going on. Where had all this come from? Well, I guess she'd always been the type to get bored quickly. She was constantly moving from one activity to another. But still, it was all too sudden. The main reason we'd been stargazing so much was to stop Hikari from moving away, so the three of us could stay together. I couldn't just leave it alone. I had to find out the reason for Hikari's change in attitude. That's where it stops? Wait, are you kidding me? Back to the now? Old man Champ? What the fuck is he doing here? Dude, I don't have any porn magazines in my, in the astronomy club here, okay? You're at the wrong place. The little old man carefully examined the curve of the glass I'd been sanding.
ねえ、あの人が前に言ってたチャンプじいさん。
Yep, that's the one. I mean, I told Komako back then, but yep, yeah, you know it, Hikari. Shh, don't call him that to his face. I silenced Hikari with a quick elbow jab. Does he know something about like this class or astronomy in general? But yeah, this was the old guy called Old Man Champ.
ひかり、知ってるの？
Everybody knows why they call him a champ, right? Mm-hmm.
なんかね、エッチな本を少年チャンプに隠して買ってくんだって。
I told Hikari about him when he was still using her Komako persona. I think he heard us. He heard us. Guys, he's gonna hear you.
そんな方が師匠で大丈夫なんですの？
I mean, everybody's got urges. That doesn't mean he's not a good guy. Or he must have overheard what Hikari said. She sounded worried. It should be fine. I'm pretty sure his skills are the real deal. Mm-hmm. I mean, I trust him with my life. If I were ever like on death row, right? And they were like, alright, you got one last day. What do you want? Favorite food? Favorite magazine? Pick one of each. I would call Old Man Champ and he would be like, alright, recommend me your best one, okay? The last one for me to consume on the day before I die. Old man Champ, I trust his opinion, okay? Calling him an instructor was going a little far, but Champ was the one who taught me about sanding and polishing mirrors. He used to work in the glass manufacturing industry, so he knows what he's talking about. Ah, okay. As for how I ended up learning from him, we'd have to go back to last week. When he bought another magazine? That's the plan. Look at the donations we've got so far. It doesn't seem like we'll be able to buy a ready-made one. Plus, Orihime and the others said they'd prefer if we could make everything ourselves. If we can. Our goal wasn't to create a really high-performance telescope. It was more about learning firsthand what was required to make one, what the different parts did, and how they came together. Learning how to do it from a book will be hard, though.
そりゃそうでしょうよ。専用の道具だっているし。
Yeah.
誰かに習ったら。なんだったら紹介してあげるけど。
Kind of an expert. Kind of. Really? You know someone like that? I jumped at the offer. It sounded too good to be
まあ
true.
ね。私らも昔自作やってたことあったし。
Ah, back when you were in an astronomy club too,
あ
Miharu?
んたたちほどでかいのじゃないけど。
I guess a project like this wouldn't be out of character for the old Six Stars Club. You gotta introduce me. Where do they live?
ここにいるわよ。
What, they live here? Huh? Oh, you mean it's you?
違う違う違う。私も少しはやったけど、教えられるほどじゃないわよ。
Then who? If right here meant inside the store, there was only one other person it could be. The little old man who was shying away from buying his dirty magazines while Miss Miharu was at the register.
はーい、じっさま
Why is he blushing? She beckoned to old man Champ, but he pretended he hadn't heard and continued to stare at the magazine rack.
たく、いい年してシャイボーイなんだから。
I feel like the older you get, the less shy you get because you don't give a fuck anymore, okay? Once you're like 70, 80, 90, whatever, you don't give a fuck anymore.
適当に頼んでみなさい。
Miss Miharu gave me an encouraging pat on the shoulder, then disappeared into the back of the store. A few minutes later, old man Champ came up to the register. Just like always, he'd chosen a dirty magazine after much deliberation and hidden it under a copy of Champ comics. What can I do for you? Which ones do you got, sir? That'll be 702 yen. 1,000 yen. Alright, so that's 298 yen change. But first, would you mind if I asked you for a favor? And that's how he's here now? After some negotiating, I agreed to old man Champ's terms, and he taught me how to polish the mirror. What kind of negotiations took place, I wonder?
一体何者なの？
He was a glass craftsman that lived in Mikasuki village, but he retired when the dam was built.
ガラス細工とレンズ加工は違うんじゃ。
That's true, but according to Miss Miharu, this area was used to be a real astronomy hotspot. So he had started grinding mirrors for reflecting telescopes after a friend commissioned him for work. So while he wasn't technically an expert in lenses or astronomy, he made plenty of objective mirrors in his time. Apparently, he really liked the idea of the glass he'd worked on being used to look at the stars. Old man Champ looked like he had something to say. What do you think? I leaned in closer, keeping a wary eye on the girls. Champ whispered to me conspiratorially.
ああ、いいじゃの。もう少し削れたら次の段階へ進んでもええぞ。
Really? I did a good job? Well, Orihime too, she helped a lot. Awesome, thank you! This old man really was shy around young girls, which seemed to include both my friends and my former teacher. I guess his idea of youth was a little different from mine. As was his passion for dirty magazines, that's probably why he's shy around them.
分かっとるじゃろうな。
What thing? Oh god, what thing? How many magazines? How many magazines did he barter off of us? Yeah, leave it to me. I already found a place online. All that's left is to place the order. And wait, oh shit, we ordered shit for him online? Oh no. I made extra sure not to let any of the girls hear that part. Nothing, Saya, nothing.
何話してるんだろう。
It's just old, no, not old guy stuff. Just guy stuff, okay? We'd worked out our own secret deal. My part of the bargain was to get the old man some of his favorite magazines from an online dealer. An online dealer. These were some vintage publications with a real retro feel about them. Ah, he wants to go back to like the 70s, 80s. For Champ, they took him right back to his younger days. Apparently, he was shy in real life, and no good with computers or the internet. Our store was maybe the only place he could get what he was looking for. No problem, dirty old man. In return, he was not only teaching me how to sand and polish the mirror, but also lending me his old tools. That was the easy part. Yeah, alright, you old pervert. Kinda, but like, when you think about it, what else you gotta do at that age, right? You got not much else to do at that age. But it's one of the last comforts left to me with my wife gone and everything. Aw, that's so sad. He's filled the hole that his wife left in his heart. He's filling it with porn magazines. Sir, I hope you'll keep coming by. You can count on my discretion.
本当何話してるんだろ
You really don't want to know, Hikari.
う。なんだか分かり合ってる二人って感じだね。
I'm sympathetic, I understand,
な
okay?
んだか微笑ましいですわね。
So we continue to make progress on the mirror. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. After Old Man Champ left, we all took turns sanding it. The surface of the glass gradually gave way to our efforts. After this, we'd be sanding with a finer abrasive to get the surface nice and smooth. And according to the champ, we were nearly ready to move on to that stage.
疲れるねこれ。アキト、これ毎日やってるの？
Every single day for several hours, yep. Yeah, more or less. I had a lot of free time after school and before bed, not to mention my lunch break during the day. I wouldn't want us to run out of time.
そうだね。
Hikari flashed me a smile and returned to her work.
アキトくん、そろそろ時間じゃない？
For what? Oh, right. It was time for me to go to work.
も
Oh
うそんな
shit.
時間ですの？
Sorry, I know it's a pain coming all the way out
私
here.
はすぐ近くですけど、ひかりさんが
You live close, but you slept last time here though. Hikari's school, Amahai, was right on the southern boundary of the city. The train journey was over 45 minutes each way, although that was much faster than it used to be.
いいって好きでやってることだし。片付けるね。
Saya took the lead in getting the room back in order. Orihime got up to join her. Meanwhile, Hikari left to wash her
アキト、
hands.
ちょっと。
Hmm? What is it? What's up? Hikari silently held out her hand.
返して。
Give what
と
back?
ぼけるんじゃないの。
Uh?
本当にマジでお願いだから。あれをそのままにして日本を離れられないの。
What, the letter? She wants the letter back? She sounded more determined than ever. Whatever was in that letter, she did not want me finding out. What was I going to do now? Oh shit. Be firm and keep it, be nice and give it back. I mean, I don't know. It's my letter. She gave that letter to me. You can't just suddenly years after now just like give it back to me. Right? Like, even if we read it and she says, even if she says insults me and like calls me the worst thing possible, or she says that she's like in love with me, blah blah blah, I understand that it's from like years ago. I'm not gonna take it that seriously now. It's just it's old, right? Like, whatever she wrote, she may have felt that way back then, but that doesn't necessarily mean she still feels the same right now. So we just gotta take it with a grain of salt. So, I don't know, I feel like I'm just gonna keep it. I don't know, I'm sorry, Hikari. I'm also still curious what's inside of it, and I want to read it myself. No way.
なんでよ
Because no. I shrugged.
こいつ
I'm sorry.
コマコさんのログさやに見せちゃってもいいの
Oh no, 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 no. You said wait, didn't you already say that she deleted them? That was Hikari's trump card. But I always knew it was a move she could make, so I stood firm. Sure, go ahead.
ダメでしょさすがに
I feel like she's partly bluffing. Then why are you the one who's panicking?
だってもうアキトのバカバカバカバカ
I'm sorry. Ah, ow, knock it off.
本当に困るんだってせめて読まないで私がいいって言うまでね
I don't know about that.
お願い
Is it that bad what's inside of it? Damn. Something about the anguish in Hikari's expression made me lose the will to tease her anymore. Okay, fine. I won't read it.
絶対だよ絶対だからね
I don't know, the more like upset she seemed about, or like passionate, right? The more I'm like wanna read it, which makes it all the harder to promise this to her, to never read it.
な
Yeah.
んでそんなムスッとするのよ
Never mind. I had no idea what was written in that letter, but to make Hikari this worried, it must be something important. And she didn't want me to read it no matter what, and you shouldn't have sent it to me. Shouldn't have written it in the letter you gave me. What had changed? What did she want me to know 4 years ago that she didn't want me to know now? The whole thing was starting to bum me out.
片付け終わったよって何してるの
We're not leaving you out of the fun again, okay, Saya? You're not being excluded, don't worry. Nothing, really. I was just talking to Hikari. But before I even finished speaking, Saya's face fell.
そうなんだ
No!
またこっそり二人だけで
そうや
話してたんだ
Come on, it's not like that at all! Oh my god.
私だけ
No!
偽物なんだ
Saya! God damn it! You're being way too dramatic with this.
違うよこれはそういうんじゃなくてどう違うのだってこんなの私だけ
Is she actually getting like really sad right now? She's actually starting to tear up. Whoa, what? Is it that big of a deal? Like, are friends not supposed to talk with each other without your presence there? Saya's multicolored eyes filled with tears.
偽物だもん
That's not true. If you didn't belong, then why would we still keep you around here after so many years? Even when Hikari wasn't here, you and I were always still friends, Saya.
ああ違うのさや泣かないでのけ者にしたんじゃないのそうじゃなくて
She is very sensitive about this. That's right. It was just some dumb conversation is all.
私もバカ話したいしよういっぱいしよ
We'll have plenty of dumb conversations, okay? I mean, anytime you talk with me, it'll be a dumb conversation.
うなんだったらこの後アキトをのけ者にして
Hey!
する
Oh, now you're gonna exclude me? That's okay, huh, Saya?
よしじゃあどこかでケーキ食べて帰ろう
私も仲間に入れていただいてよろしいかしら
Orihime said, raising a hesitant hand.
どうぞどうぞ天文女子同士女子会しましょ
Tch, just cause I gotta go to work, huh?
うそうと決まったら早速行こ
天文女子会いいですわね
I've been left completely out of the loop on this one. Well, sure. Have at it. Have fun, ladies. Either way, I had to go to work. Anyway, at the very least, mirror grinding for the primary mirror was going well. Then now again, some time had passed since we had started working on our Dobsonian telescope, and the way things were coming along, we decided to hold another meeting.
そっち支えててもらっていいですか
Got it.
そこ持っちゃダメですもっと根元を
What am I holding? Sorry. Today's meeting was out on the school grounds. Our club room was just a little too cramped. Keisuke, the other Moro Misawa Astronomy club members, and I were all working to put together the Dobsonian telescope. Wait, it's almost done? Really?
こんな風になるんだ。でっかい。
To be fair, anything is huge compared to you, Corona.
大きいですわね。
We mounted the body on the already complete stand. The primary mirror and some of the other delicate parts still weren't ready, so that was as much as we could do for the day. Each school had taken care of a different part, so we had to try and put everything together to make sure the measurements all lined up.
やっぱ燃えるね。自作の望遠鏡。
はい
The whole club from Nishihai was here. There were 4 members in all, including Naroe, and one of their members was a guy. With that many members, they were actually the largest group in the Six Stars Club. That's so sad. The largest group has 4 members.
人の手の温かみが感じられていいですね
Yep, we worked hard. Keisuke looked more like he was built to play rugby, but he was the head of the Moromisawa Tex Club. They had all their members present today too. All 3 of them were just as big as Keisuke, which made for quite the sight. I was so used to being in a club full of girls, so I was kinda glad that there were so many guys present. That's actually true, right? Most other astronomy clubs primarily consist out of girls, maybe one guy here and there, but his club is just full of guys.
おやかよいずまちゃんたちが何かやってるぞ。
They always recognize Saya
なんだろうあれ。
immediately. I mean, to be fair, she pops out the most out of everyone. All the students that were heading home after school or headed to their club activities were starting to take an interest in us. There we were, a group made up of 7 different school uniforms, gathered around some giant contraption. We were bound to draw attention.
ねえねえかよいずまちゃん、これ何してるの？
天体望遠鏡を組み立ててるんです。
え、このなんかの寄せ集めみたいなのが天体望遠鏡なの？
Yep. I could tell she was about to call it a mishmash of trash. Each one of the schools had used their own scrap materials to make each of the parts. And as if that wasn't enough, all the parts were different colors, making it look even more like a bunch of junk.
そういや、かよいずまちゃんの彼氏ってうちの天文部なんだっけ？
Hey, what?
いえ、彼氏じゃ。
The ears of the Six Stars Club members all perked up upon hearing these girls talk about Saya's boyfriend. It's not like that, guys. It's not like that.
あのお二人、やっぱりそういう関係だったんですね。
It's not true, Noriko. Not yet.
だろうね。私は分かってたよ、最初から。
というか、何ですか？かよいず。
じゃあね、かよいずまちゃん。またね。
はい、さようなら。
After she was done staring at her feet for a moment, Saya looked up to find everyone's eyes on her.
なんでしょう。
Aww.
別に。
かよいずま。
Well...
ねえねえ、さやにかよいずまさせてんの？
I didn't make her, I think. I was quick to deny it, but after thinking for a moment, it probably was my fault that she'd earned such a nickname. Indirectly, sure. Anyway, let's just focus on finishing this thing. I figured it would be best to get back to work before I said something I would regret. Come on, we gotta finish this up. Maybe at the end of the day we can actually look through the telescope. Damn, this thing looks huge. The partially built Dobsonian telescope was absolutely
教
enormous.
頭は骨組みだけなんだ。
郊外へ出て観測するなら邪魔な光が入ってくることもありませんからね。
When you think of a telescope, you probably imagine something like a pipe, but that's not always the case. The Dobsonium we were putting together lacked a lens tube and used only a frame with primary and secondary window, or mirror. The cylindrical tubes on telescopes were made to prevent any extra lights from coming in from the sides, which would negatively impact image quality. But it also created airflow within the body, which has an impact on image quality too. Dobsonian telescopes are dependent on location, but if you use them in a dark area, you don't have to worry about the lights. And by omitting the barrel, you also don't have to worry about airflow, plus it'll be lighter.
ここに主鏡をはめ込むのね。
It really just looks like a bunch of different pieces of wood attached together. We tried to picture what the completed telescope would be like while looking at our frame. It was a bit clunky and definitely looked handmade, like a telescope made of junk. Most of the curious people who came to see what we were working on probably couldn't even tell that it was a telescope at all. But it was almost so shoddy looking that it was actually cool. It looks vintage. We probably couldn't expect a whole lot in the way of image quality, but I was sure that, at that point, everyone was thinking just one thing. What will the skies above look like through our telescope? We'd worked so hard to polish and build it, so the stars we saw through it were sure to be special. Everyone was probably letting their minds run wild. Even someone like me, the astronomer who never looks at the stars, was excited.
寸法が合わない部分がありますね。詳細は僕らでやりましょうか。
そうしていただけるとスムーズで良いかと。あ、そうだ、写真。
And then, as if on command, one of the younger Nishi High students pulled out a camera from their bag.
ロブソニアンだけだと大きさが想像しづらいから誰か横に立ってみて。姫さんがこれでよろしくて。いいね。
I want to see the pictures.
そうそう、ブログのアクセスが最近伸びてるんですよ。ジンナさんの
Really?
写真のおか
Oh
げでしょうか。
shit! We're getting popular on the blogosphere.
ブログに載ってる写真すごく綺麗に撮れてますよね。
We also have to thank Noriko for updating it so regularly too. Noriko was a bit of a beginner and didn't really have much to offer in building the telescope, so she focused on updating the blog. The posts were brief, easy to read, and really captured the surprise and excitement that only a real beginner could offer. Noriko and Hikari's school, Ama High, was right on the southern border of Hoshinonaka and was the closest school to the city. As it wasn't the best location for watching the stars, Ama High's astronomy club focused more on reading books and using computers. I guess that explained why they weren't so good at the technical sort of stuff. So with Narue's photos in the mix, people just started to take an interest in our activities. Or it could also be because the first thing uploaded was a picture of the lovely Orihime polishing a lens with a serious look on her face. That'll certainly draw some people in. Either way, more views was good news. It's all about the clickbait, right boys? Even our mistakes had turned out well in the end.
この前はブログのコメント欄のおかげで助かりました。
Someone had looked over our plans and left a comment with some advice for us. They even answered questions we had and helped us avoid making a few mistakes. There were even people from other astronomy clubs who dropped in to show their support, which really helped us all keep motivated. That's cool. 最初は日に20アクセスもあればいいところでしたが、今では1日
Holy
平均
100件を超えてます。
Over 100! Back at the start, those 20 hits were mostly just club members, so when you take that into account, we'd really come a long way. Orihime's face lit up at Honoka's comments.
世界中が私たちに注目している。
100 people, the whole world. I feel like there's a huge difference there, but I get what you're trying to say.
うつら星の会の存在をあまねく世界へ知らしめましょう。
Alrighty.
世界姫ちゃんたちすごい。
そうね。
The two on the left don't sound so excited. Everyone except for Corona seemed less than excited. But this wasn't the first time they'd all had this conversation. Every time Honoka mentioned it, the whole scenario would repeat itself.
主鏡の研磨作業は
どの程度進んでいますか？
Honoka was looking over the construction charts on her tablet. We finished cutting it, and now we're working on the surface. Once that's done, it'll just need a bit of pitch polishing, and then it'll be set for a focal test. A focal test is used to determine if the surface is paraboloid. What? Paraboloidal. Paraboloidal. La 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 la. It allows you to see shadows in the small dips and bumps on the seemingly flat mirror, which you can then smooth out into a finished product. We borrowed the equipment we needed for the test, and Keisuke also got some help in making the last wooden box piece. Okay, once it's all done, we just need the champ. The champ! The champ is here! Do, 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 do. No, he's not that champ. I mean, our instructor to take a look and approve it for us. Then we have to send it in to get coated. Plating was the only part we couldn't do ourselves, so we had to ask the pros instead. That was the last step needed to complete the telescope.
そろそろよろしいのでは？
So unfortunately we can't finish it tonight and then watch the stars, but we're very close to a finished product. Orihime nodded in Honoka's prompt.
ファーストライトの具体的な計画を立てましょう。
っていうと何を見るかだね。
Everyone started thinking long and hard after hearing Narue's words. I know what. When the Dobsoni was finished, what would we see? What did we want to see? I have an idea. And more importantly, what would we be able to see? We should probably start with something easy, right?
課題の精度も低いだろうし、目当ての星を探すのも一苦労でしょうね。
だったらはいはい。
What's your idea, Hikari?
ガリさん。クリスマスイブの夜がいいと思います。
On Christmas Eve?
はあ？望遠鏡でサンタクロースでも探そうっていうの？
We'll see him flying across the sky. Rudolph in charge.
じゃなくて、その日にやれば人も集めやすいじゃないですか。クリスマスイブの星空を見ようとか言って。
Sure,
六夜
okay.
星の会のメンバー以外も人を呼んで、大勢で観測会やったらいいんじゃないかな。
That would be like a good publicity stunt, sort of, right? Publicity event. Everyone just sort of stared at Hikari.
私、なんかまずいこと言って。
No, I mean, I like the idea, right? It's just to try and get more people interested, excited about astronomy.
それですわ。
Perfect! Orihime grabbed her hand and started shaking it over and over.
それこそ私が考えていたむつら星の会。
To share the love of the stars, right?
より多くの人に関心を持ってもらおうっていうのが会の目的ですもんね。
I mean, we're thinking about the future generation because the current generation looks so sad in like the amount of people that are interested in it. So I feel like a main goal of the Six Stars Club should be to try and inspire the next generation, right? Or at least other people as well. So that the Six Stars Club will not die out after we graduate.
そういった名目なら人を集めやすいと思います。次の日から冬休みだしね。
I pulled out my phone to see what the skies would be like on the 24th. The moon would set sometime in the afternoon, so the skies would be perfect at
クリ
night.
スマスイブの星空。ロマンチックでいいですね。そこで星の解説などをやれば関心を持つ人が増えるかもしれませんね。
じゃあいっそクリスマスツリー星団でも見てみるかい？
何それ見たい。そんなのあるの？それにこの子もいます。
Well, I just feel like Corona is just like the little kid, the little nosy kid that's just like, I want to see too, or can I see too? That's just, you know, she's not involved in any other conversation. Nothing really revolves around her, but she's always trying to just poke her head in like, can I see too? Guys, can I see? Let me watch. What is that? Like just the little sibling, right? Saya panicked upon suddenly being singled
じゃ
out.
なくて、
Who then? Hikari raised her arm a little bit to point past
ど
Saya.
こそに？ええ。だってほら。
Huh? Hikari gestured at all the people that had gathered around us. I hadn't noticed, but we were basically surrounded. Everyone seemed to be taking an interest in what this big thing in front of us was. They had no idea it was a telescope. But just the sheer size and look of it drew them in. I guess our Dobsonian telescope is the only billboard we really need.
当日は集まってくれた人たちにも見てもらえばいいんじゃないかな。みんな驚くだろうね。自分たちで作った望遠鏡で星を見たことなんてないだろうから。いかがでしょう、隊長。
満天の星に彩られた聖なる夜、採用ですわ。
Yes.
場所は前にほうき星さんに教えてもらったあそこでしょうか。
Isn't that hard for people to access though? Not a lot of people go there.
だとすると、あの吹きさらしの山の斜面でどうやって寒さをしのぐかですね。
Yeah, I mean, it's an awesome location to see the stars properly and stuff, right? But it's not a very good location where we're gonna draw a big crowd. We have to not only worry about ourselves, but also about the general public that has no experience stargazing out on cold winter nights. How about we set up
アウ
tents?
トドア方面はアキトにお任せだね。
Oh, just because I always sleep in tents outside, huh, Hikari? I see how it is. I'm not sure we have enough, though. And rentals would cost money. There were only so many we could set up, too. I thought it over a bit before speaking up. You know, we have a place that could work. Ah, the train, the abandoned train. It took Saya a moment to realize that she was part of we. But when she did, she immediately nodded her head in agreement. You're fine with it too, right, Hikari? Oh god. We'd kind of be like that. It was our secret observatory, right? Our secret hideout, our secret location. To kind of share that with other people now. I mean, obviously, it was, we used it when we were little, right? We only visited recently just to go back on like a nostalgia trip. But it's not like we're using it today anymore. So I feel like it's fine to just do it there and to let other people be aware of that location. But that makes it even harder. Like, people have to travel through the forest to get there. It's really not that easily accessible. But the location's pretty good, right? I guess with like the train there.
あるでしょ、星を見るのにちょうどいい場所が。はあ！
There's a place I want to show you all. You guys have a moment? Everyone nodded hesitantly in agreement, still unconvinced. Going there now? After we finished taking down the Dobsonian telescope, and led the entire Six Stars Club out to that old, familiar place. It was a little far, but everyone stuck along to see where we would be setting up. Still though, we had to cross a dam, climb up the mountain, and make our way through a dark forest, so people were definitely spooked. Now imagine that, how are we gonna lead people through a dark forest and all that shit, right? Expecting, look, you're gonna see up the stars. I'm pretty sure half of them were like, oh my fucking god, they're gonna kill us. This is some weird shit. I've seen this in a horror movie once. But that was only until we got there. The sky was painted brilliantly orange as we made it up the mountain. Here we are.
なんですのここ。
駅だけど人がいない。無人駅だからってわけじゃないよね。
It is. Everyone was both a little surprised and impressed as they looked over the crumbling station and the train that stood still in front of it. It used to be an unmanned station, but that's not why no one is
ずっ
here.
と前にこの先の線路が流されて、それ以来使われてないんです。
Everyone watched in silence as Hikari, Saya, and I headed up onto the platform. The three of us looked back at them from up top. So this place is...
私たちの秘密の天文台。
This is where the Mikazuki Astronomy Club was based.
ここで星を。
Mm-hmm. The rest of them stayed a little ways away, staring at the abandoned train car.
素敵な場所。物語の舞台みたい。
廃墟だけど車両があるせいかなんだかまだ生きているみたいですね。
あの観測ノートはここで書かれたのね。
Yeah.
こんな場所だったんだ。アッキ兄たちも。
Yep. Corona said in a somewhat lonely tone, because if anyone was excluded, right, it was kind of Corona in a sense. She had always wanted to come out here with us, but it was dangerous enough during the day, never mind in the dark of night. So I was sure her mom would have had a fit if we took her with us. Eventually, we just kind of stopped spending time with her. I'm sorry, Corona. Well, come on there. Get up on there. Orihime grabbed my hand timidly as I reached down to help her up. Once she'd made her way to the platform, the others began to follow. You're welcome inside too.
ほんとだ。中綺麗。
Clean? Do we have a different definition of clean? Look at all the shit on the floor.
昔はよくここで一緒に寝たよね。冬場の天体観測もテントいらずだったわね。
After we cleaned up a bit, all we needed were blankets, and we could stay plenty warm through the night in here. We get to see the opposite part of the sky from over there too. Between here and there, we pretty much had a full view of the night sky.
いいのではないでしょうか、会長。素敵です。こんな場所で星を見るなんて。でも、いいのかしら。
It's fine, we don't use it that much anymore. Orihime said with a small frown. What do you mean?
ここはあなたたち3人の大切な場所なんでしょ？
Yeah, it is, but like, I don't know. It's just kind of it's in the past, right? We're not doing much with it now. Well, I mean, we would be doing something with it again if we use it now, right? So it would liven this place back up again in a sense too.
そこへ我々が大勢で押しかけて、観測会当日は知らない方々もいらっしゃいますわ。
The three of us glanced quickly at each other.
いいんじゃないかな。
I think so.
別にいいよね。
There you have it. It's not like we ever wanted this just to be our place. We just never had anyone else to take out here with us.
使わせてもらいますわ。ここでみんなで星を見ましょう。
ええ。
Yeah.
楽しみだな。
Aw.
どうしたのコロナ？
Is Corona happy? He's like, yes, finally. Finally, I'll be here with you guys too.
やっとコロナも仲間に入れてもらえたんだなって。
Mm-hmm. You're an important part, okay, Corona? You're gonna lead the next generation, because she's the youngest. She's not even in, at one of our schools, right? Not yet, at least. Next year she will be. But she's gonna lead the next generation. Hikari patted her on the head, messing up her
よ
hair.
ろしくね。ピカリン。
Pikarin! Hikari readied her hand for a karate chop.
冗談だよ、ひかりちゃん。
And with that, the whole lot of us came together and made preparations for our first light test. Beautiful.